Well, hey guys, welcome back. I thought today maybe we'd work on some 250s. All these trucks are 250s and we're gonna modify them my way. This black one I've had for a while. I think the wheels and tires have been swapped on it already because I modified a different truck. Matter of fact, I think these came off of the green truck that I put snow plow on, if I remember correctly. This truck had some overspray on it. Some dummy in my shop got overspray all over it. Tried to wipe it off, and as you can see, we just made it a little bit worse. So we're gonna make this an old beater truck. I'm gonna use my 802 Customs lift kit that he builds, the rear end and the front end. I'm gonna show you how to put those on. I have two sets of them. I may do a set on this one, or I may put a set on this one and do something different with this one. I don't know. I don't really want to use both of them up on the same day, so stretch them out just a little bit. So we may do the Dodges a little bit, lift them each a little bit differently. As for the Ford, we're just going to cheat. As you can see, I have a donor truck in the back, and this one ought to be a pretty easy swap. Just as simple as taking it off of that one and putting it on there. So yeah, everybody's seen these trucks already. I've had, I don't know, half a dozen of them probably. I've had this one torn apart for a good while now. I just haven't had anything to do with it. So I thought that I would, first of all, put it on this other chassis, which instantly lifts it up and makes it look a little better already. And then I thought maybe we would get rid of that bed and put a flatbed on here and do some work with that. I have maybe turned it into a welding rig. We'll see. But yeah, I think that'll look pretty good. I like the different colored body parts and the different paint. I've always liked these trucks. I think they look good. So we're going to do something with that. So that was the easy lifting for that one. Now as for the other two, I'm going to show you how to do this, put these parts on. This truck here, luckily, they forgot to smash down the rivets on this one, so that one comes apart pretty easily. Where this is the way they're supposed to be. So they got both the rivets smashed down, this bed's attached. They just forgot to do it on that one. No big deal. Alright, so we're going to first of all start off on this one. Mainly what you got to do is you got to get this, see where they lifted it, they put this lift kit on here. We want to take that lift kit off of there. You can cut the tops off up here like with your hobby knife, and then use your awl and try to push them through, but sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes you got to get underneath with your side cuts and you got to pull and scrape and pry, sometimes with your little screwdriver. So yeah, there's a million different ways to get these off here, but you want to try to do it the easiest way without damaging, because these are still good. You can still use these for other things. We just want to lift them up a little bit higher. So let's get started here. My knife's a little dull. There, got that one cut off. That one's cut off. Spin it around and cut these two off. You want to be careful you don't slip with your knife. Pushing this hard, you slip with your knife, you're going to slice right through your finger. Alright, so now we got all four of those cut off. Let's see if these are going to pop off easily. I just take my awl, stick it right there where it comes through. Oh yeah, no, this is not going to come off easily. Oh, that one did. Got one off. Yeah, that one doesn't want to come. Okay, I got 1 out of 3 to pop. So now we just resort to other things. My favorite is snide snips. You just gently grab a hold of it and pop it out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That one ended up cutting off, but that's all right. So now we just wiggle it, and now it's off. So now we have 1 hole out of 4. So we need to drill these out. I take my very smallest drill bit that you can't see because it won't focus. I don't know the exact dimension of this drill bit. Unfortunately, it's kind of old, so we are just going to drill these out real quick. So I don't know if it would be probably smaller than a 16th. I don't remember the exact size. Sorry guys, I don't remember what it is. You know what, actually it's probably the same size as my rod, but I don't have a package of that out. Let me drill this out, and when I come back I'll tell you what size it is. Alright, so I got our holes cleaned up and drilled out. You probably can't tell. Yeah, they're all cleaned out. That is a 1/16 inch drill bit that I'm using. And now that the holes are drilled out, these things are made to just slip right in. They're made for the green light trucks. So you see I got the 4 pins. I got the one for the back. It's centered. Now they're not perfect. Sometimes you gotta push on one side to get it down in there, tweak it. But after that, look at there. She pushes right in. All 4 corners. Just pushes in all the way, and you're all set. Now you have a 6-inch lift kit on your green light Dodge truck. So let me get the other one out here, and it goes in kind of like so. Like I said, sometimes you got to tweak them a little bit, push on the pins, but they will drop in the holes once you get them drilled out to the right size. There you go. Boom. Now we're in. Now the front's in, the back's in. See, they're pushed in all the way on both sides. We got the front set, the rear set. So now all we got to do is glue these things in and paint them. A lot of times you can stick the tires right back on them. You make them wide enough that you can just stick the tires back in them. Now these wheels and tires are not actually, let's put the ones that I'm going to put on this truck. That'll look better. We're going to go with chrome on this truck, just because, again, silver and white I think both look good when you do them up with chrome parts. Black does too, but black, you can go with black, white, chrome. Of course you can do that on all of them, but I think silver trucks and the white trucks look better when you use chrome. See, look at that. Now we're lifted. I gotta put the bed back on here, get everything lined back up, but there we go. Now we're almost straight. Now, instant lifted, nice lift kit. The wheels and tires fit on there good. They roll good. Well, mine, I got to straighten that tire up a little bit, but she rolls good. I think the lift kit looks really good on this truck. So there, that is how you put the 802 Customs lift kit on your Dodge Greenlight truck. Now all we got to do is we're going to glue all this together, get it all put back on here the way it's supposed to be, because something's not lining up. So get all that glued on there, line back up, and as you can see, with these parts in here, they do not stick up past the frame rail. So you're not going to have any problems when you go to put your truck back together. You just pop them in there, glue them in, and they're good to go. No more messing around required, except to figure out why these two don't want to go back together. There, you hear that snap? We're together now. All right, so that is that one. We are going to pull these roll bars out of here. As you can tell, they are crooked. You can see they're crooked. So those are going to come out of here, so I got to pop this truck back apart to get those out. I don't know, we'll probably do normal toolbox and everything in there. I do have a couple of these that I believe are made for this truck, but I do not want to put them on this one, so they will probably go on this black one. So let's get a little quick look on, see what that's going to look like. And we'll pop that bumper out of there. Okay. So now that bumper is off, and this bumper should just pop right in. Looky there. Like it was made for it. That's a good looking bumper. So we'll probably paint that up black and put that on this truck. Don't know what else we're going to do to it, but yeah, that 802 Customs front bumper looks good on that truck, doesn't it? You guys like that? Maybe I stop moving around, you could see it a minute. So anyway, that just pops right in the holes. All I did was take the old one out. It's got the holes in there. This one has the pins. Just line it up with the holes, and look at there, goes right in. Perfect fit. All right, so that's the bumper we're going to use on that one. So let me get a couple things painted here, and I'll be back, and we'll determine if we're going to use our other existing lift kit or if we're going to jerry rig this one. Hang tight. All right, so little do you know, I decided that I wanted to be lazy, and I did not want to hand paint all this stuff black. So I had to go run to Lowe's and get a rattle can so I could paint all this stuff. Still a little tiny bit wet, and then had a little mishap when I was trying to take the wheels off the base of the Ford. Kind of snapped the axle here, I guess you call it axle for it, housing, rear end. I don't remember which end it was broke on, but I broke the crap out of it. So we're gonna have to go a different route. So that was just a waste to swapping the chassis on those trucks. I could have just left the daggone thing on, the one that was on there, and used it. So anyhow, we got the other one done. I got one coat of paint on it. I still need to put another coat of paint on this truck. So I got the rear end in, I got the front end in. So what I want to do is I want to put drive shafts on this thing. So the way we're going to do that is I'm going to use some leftover tire axles. We're just going to use those. We'll glue them on, and then once I shoot another coat of paint on there, you'll never know that they were what they were. The problem is where the crossover is. This is actually only a two-wheel drive truck, so we want to swap that and make that a four-wheel drive truck. So how we're going to do that is we're going to cheat, and we're going to take the crossover piece off this whole GMC truck, and maybe not that one. That one's got a lot of glue on it. We may have to swap. Let me see if this other one's usable. Yeah, that one looks a little more usable. There's not so much glue on it. So all I'm basically going to do is there's two spots where this thing's held down at, and I can't find anything to point with. They're usually a little pin and glue here and a little pin and glue here, and then once you pop that off, this whole piece comes out. The rear end, the front end, this whole thing comes off. So let's pop that baby off. Got that side. I just get my snips underneath of it real gentle like. Oh, it's ready to go. Like I said, the whole piece comes off. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to cut it right here at the front of the cross member, and then right behind the tail of the transmission. And then we're just going to use this piece in the middle. We're going to get rid of the rest of it. So a little snip there. We'll save those pieces because someday we may be able to use them for something. And then kind of hard to see, but you can see right there where the U-joint is, this little square with the little dot in the middle of it. That's where the U-joint is. So we're going to cut in front of that so we can save that part. So we'll just give her a little snip there. So now that's the piece we wanted. So what we'll do is we'll put that over top of where the cross member is on this truck. We'll just glue it right down on top of there, and that gives us the pieces we need to glue to. The only thing we've got to do is cut these tabs off here. This one's still got the pin on it. Let's cut this pin off and then see if we can't set it down there nice and even. and we cannot. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to, I know it's just difficult to see how that's raised there on the back side. We'll just have to take our cutters and we'll just have to snip some of that off to get that to lay down a little bit flatter. And if that doesn't do it, we'll just shave it with our knife a little bit, which is really close. I know it's hard for you guys to see and tell. We're just going to have to do a little bit more snipping on this thing. Just about got it. She's just about there. I just needed to shave it just a little bit with my knife. So I'll go ahead and shave that. And then once I get that glued into place here, then it's just a matter of measuring, which you can't see. Matter of measuring to cut the front drive shaft and then measure to cut the rear drive shaft. Like I said, I have two separate different lengths to use. So let me get that cut and I'll glue those pieces on and I'll show you before I paint it. Okay, got the drive shafts in. As you can see, we're all set up there. Oop, this one's moving on me a little bit. Just scooch her over just a little bit, make her straight. There we go. So we got those in, so now we can shoot another coat of paint on that. And then I went ahead and decided to go ahead and put the lifted kit on for the black Dodge. Excuse me. The other thing I forgot to mention is I clear coated it. It's kind of funny if you've seen it earlier with the marks in it from when I was trying to clean off the overspray. Those marks are gone now with clear coat. They covered that up and took that away. Made this look a lot better. Like I said, clear coat, dull coat, whatever you want to call it, it's going to look a lot better now. And I also, it's kind of funny, I clear coated the Ford also. The funny thing is you put them together, you can almost barely tell the difference. I did not clear coat the bed, I only did the cab, but there's not much of a difference there. It's kind of funny. Anyway, we're still letting stuff dry. I'm going to recoat these two pieces. We'll give this its first coat, and then we'll continue on. All right, I want to give you an update on progress and how things are going here. I finally got the Dodges put back together. Got the wheels and tires on them. They're all painted. I still got to do the drive shafts on this one. You can see I got the bumper on there. I got the wheels and tires on it. I'm not real sure if I'm going to leave that green on there or if we're going to get rid of it. I'm not sure. I still got to glue the bumper on there. It's just slid into place at the moment. Everything else is coming out pretty good. And then on the silver one, you can see we already got drive shafts into that one. Got the wheels and tires on, obviously, so we are moving along with this one. I am considering putting a chrome push bar on this truck since I just so happen to have one or two extra laying around. So I'm considering putting one of these on there just because I like how they look on there. So that may be going on there in the real near future. The black one, I've got a toolbox painted for it. I'm going to, on the silver one, we're going to go with the stock folded down mirrors. I'm going to put those on there. And then on the black one, we got a set of 802 Customs mirrors painted up. We're going to get those put on there. I just got to paint the reflective on the front there, and then those will be ready to go. Now as for the Ford, since I snapped off the suspension pieces, you can pretty much guess that I'm going to go to an M2 tire. Excuse me. So I decided to go something different. Got these blue wagon wheels. These are kind of cool. And then the truck has got a lot of blue in it. So we're going to slap them on there and see how they look. Then we'll jack that baby up, obviously. As you can see, I already got all the taillights and everything painted in there. And those are all ready and set to go. So now all I need to do is get some wheels and tires on there. I do have mirrors for the Ford, so I got to set those on there still. So we're getting there. All right, y'all, just about got them done. This one I decided to go ahead and leave tires on there with the green stripes around there. It's just different. So got the push bar on there, heavy duty front bumper, whatever you might want to call that. I got the mirrors on this one. Got the 802 Customs tow mirrors, plus that's his 802 Customs front heavy duty front bumper. Also 802 Customs toolbox, which I didn't paint any handles or anything on this one. I just let it all go black. Got the 802 Customs 6-inch lift kit on that's made for this truck, and it fit on there pretty good. And then you see I added a transmission tail from a M2 truck, and then we put in some custom made drive shafts that I used just tire axles that I cut down and glued in there and painted. So and also I dull coated the truck just to knock down the shine. I think she turned out pretty good. What do you guys think of that one? So that's version number 1. Well, the other one is a different color, so I guess you can't call it version number 2. Second Dodge truck that I did, same way, almost. Used the 802 Customs 6-inch lift kit. Like I said, it's made for this green light truck. Again, put in the M2 transmission crossover piece, and then put in some custom drive shafts. The mirrors we used on this one again were Dodge truck mirrors, but I used the folded down style that had chrome edge on them. I thought they'd look good on the silver truck. Went with a different push bar. Used an M2 square body push bar that I put on here. That I like that look on these trucks. I think it looks good. Other than that, I painted the inside of the bed flat black just to knock down some of that silver, and I think this one turned out pretty good. Oh yeah, we used different wheels and tires on this one. Used chrome wheels and tires on this one. I think this looks pretty good. What do y'all think about that one? So put that one away. Now next one is the Ford. The only problem with the Ford, one, I decided I didn't want to use the wheels and tires, those blue wagon wheels. I decided it just was too bright a blue for this truck and didn't match at all. So I went back to the original Ford wheels that I originally planned to use. I got one of my Ford mirrors on there. Wasn't paying attention, and I thought that the bag that I dumped this out of, I thought one bag was right side, the other side was left side. I was wrong. They're all mixed up in there. So once I realized that I had the same mirror out and painted and dried and ready to go, it was too late. So I had to go in the bag and dig out another one and paint up the right side mirror. So that is drying, so unfortunately that's not going to make it on the truck during the video today. But this thing turned out pretty good. I got the 802 Customs flatbed on here for the single rear wheel. Got all the lights and everything painted on there. It's looking pretty good. This one is just kind of basic on the bottom, so we just kind of flat blacked everything out. And once I get the other mirror on there, I have a couple of options. I'm not exactly sure which way we'll go yet. I painted up one of my 802 Customs job boxes. I got that painted up. I wish I had some stickers to put on there, but we need to work on that. And then I also have my 802 Customs welder, painted up and ready to go. So one of them two are probably going to go on there. I'm not exactly sure which. So put them back out of the way. Other things I've been working on today, I don't know if you've seen it in the beginning of the video, but I got my red dually up on some wheels and tires, and she's just about ready to go. I need to figure out what else we want to do to this truck. I'm not sure yet, so we got to figure that out. What else have I done? I did some repair work today. This truck, I haven't been happy with the way it rolled since I got it. I got something on the tires now. So I pulled that out, got that fixed. Now she's rolling nice and smooth now. Another repair job I had to do is the other day I was moving this truck around. I knocked the front push bar off of it, so I had to put that on there, put that back on there. I do like those mirrors. Those mirrors look good on this truck. I don't remember the exact guy that I got those from. I order a ton of stuff. And then the white Ford that you saw that had the camper on there, I got the bottom of this all painted up and ready to go, so she's just about done. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to leave the camper on that truck yet or not. I'm not sure. But anyway, guys and gals, that's what I got for you today. Check out the link for 802 Customs in the description below. He's offering a 15% off discount on your first complete order, which is huge. So there'll be a link in the description for him. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on eBay. A lot of these trucks are about to get listed. Y'all have a good day. Don't forget to come back. Bye now.